Welcome in. I'm really glad you're here today. Take a moment and allow yourself to fully arrive. Wherever you're listening from, give yourself the space to receive this message. Today, we're diving into a topic that is incredibly powerful, incredibly human, and often misunderstood: giving second chances. Not because we're perfect, not because others deserve perfection, but because second chances, when approached with wisdom, can transform relationships, heal the heart, and open the door to new beginnings. This conversation is for anyone who's ever been hurt, disappointed, or let down, but still feels the tug of compassion, curiosity, or hope. Let's explore what giving a second chance really means and what it doesn't mean, and how to offer one without losing yourself in the process. Let's get started. When we talk about giving a second chance, it's easy to imagine wiping the slate completely clean, but that's not what second chances are. A second chance is not erasing the past. It's acknowledging it, learning from it, and choosing a new response. A second chance is not blind trust. It's trust rebuilt slowly and intentionally. A second chance is not weakness. It is strength, the kind that comes from clarity and not ignorance. Think of a second chance as a bridge. You're not going back to the same place you were before. You're building a new path forward, different, stronger, more conscious. Second chances are a form of emotional evolution. They reflect your ability to grow, to reflect, to understand, and to hope. So why do we struggle to give second chances? Giving second chances is not easy. There's a reason people hesitate. We struggle because we fear being hurt again. The mind remembers pain like it remembers fire. Touch it once, and the instinct is to pull away forever. We don't want to feel foolish. No one wants to think they should have known better. We struggle because we confuse giving a second chance with tolerating disrespect. We fear that allowing someone back in equals losing our self-respect. We struggle because we've lost trust. Trust is fragile. Once cracked, it feels safer to build walls rather than bridges. We struggle because we don't know how to set new boundaries. And without boundaries, second chances can feel like open wounds. Giving a second chance doesn't make you naive. It makes you conscious if you do it with intention. When you give a second chance from a place of clarity, not desperation, you empower yourself. So what is the purpose of giving second chances? So why offer a second chance at all? Because second chances can illuminate the true nature of a relationship, whether romantic, professional, familial, or friendship. Second chances reveal character. How someone uses a second chance tells you more about them than the mistake ever did. We give second chances because it allows for growth. Everyone changes, everyone evolves. The question is, are they willing to grow with you? We give second chances because it strengthens connection. When both people commit to improvement, relationships become deeper, more resilient, and more authentic. We give second chances to help us heal. Forgiving someone else can free us. Resentment is heavy. Letting go is liberation. Second chances also make room for redemption. Second chances also make room for redemption. Healing is mutual. Sometimes the person we forgive becomes one of our greatest teachers. So when is a second chance appropriate? Not everyone should receive one. Let's make that clear. A second chance is appropriate when the person is genuinely remorseful. It's appropriate when their behavior matches their apology. It's appropriate when they show effort, not excuses. It's appropriate when they accept responsibility, without shifting blame. A second chance is appropriate when they listen to how their actions affected you. And it's also appropriate when they're willing to change their patterns. A true second chance is not just you forgiving, it's them transforming. If someone refuses accountability, dismisses your feelings, or repeats patterns of harm, a second chance may not be healthy, which brings us to our next point. When a second chance is not healthy, a second chance should never cost you your mental health. A second chance should never cost you your emotional stability, your physical safety, your boundaries, your self-respect, your peace. You don't owe anyone repeated access to you. Giving a second chance should feel like opening a window, not reopening a wound. Sometimes the second chance is not giving someone another shot, but giving yourself permission to walk away. Let's pause for a moment and do some guided reflection. Close your eyes. Picture the person or situation in your life where you're considering a second chance. Now ask yourself these questions. What exactly happened? Be honest. Don't soften it or dramatize it. Just observe. How did it make you feel? Did it make you feel seen, ignored, safe, hurt, hopeful? Has this person shown genuine change, not promises, patterns? What boundaries would a second chance require? More communication, more honesty, new terms, accountability, time, distance. What does my heart need? Closure, reconnection, understanding, healing, space? Am I giving this second chance from strength or from fear of losing them? Let your body tell the truth. Your mind sometimes avoids. Whatever answer forms, trust it. Giving a second chance is a skill. It's something you can do gracefully and wisely. Here's what it looks like. Number 1, communicate clearly. Explain what hurt you and what needs to change. Number 2, set boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls, they're instructions for how to love you better. Number 3, move slowly. A second chance is a gradual rebuild, not an instant reset. Number 4, observe patterns. Actions are greater than apologies. Effort is greater than words. Number 5, be open but not unguarded. You're giving a second chance, not giving up your power. Number 6, practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is a gift to you, not just them. Number 7, know that it's okay to change your mind. A second chance isn't a lifelong contract. So what are the benefits of giving second chances? When done correctly, second chances can lead to healthier communication, deeper empathy, stronger relationships, personal growth, a softer heart, emotional maturity, peace, a renewed sense of connection. Second chances remind us that imperfection is universal and compassion is powerful. They remind us that people can change, and so can we. As we finish today's coaching session, please remember this. Giving a second chance is not about proving you're nice or forgiving. It's about honoring your values, honoring your growth, and choosing peace over pride. You can give someone a second chance without erasing the lesson. You can open the door without forgetting the lock exists. You can forgive without losing your boundaries. At its core, giving a second chance is an act of courage and hope, a belief that endings don't always mean finality, that humans can evolve, and that connection is worth exploring again, carefully, consciously, compassionately. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for being brave enough to grow, and thank you for trusting yourself enough to explore what second chances mean for you. Your heart is wiser than you think, and your peace is worth protecting. Self-mastery is the new luxury.